Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am Starco Gaming and we are back with another Dragon Champion video. If you are level 15 or below, make sure to use the promo code STARCO to get a free starter pack. To do so, it is pretty simple guys. You go in the settings, use promo code, and you enter the code STARCO, STARKO. You press OK and you will receive a free starter pack, which will give you a little boost early in the game to kick in some progression. So guys, today we're going to be talking about Selentiel Champion Stage 5. This is probably going to be the weirdest stage we ever seen in the bonus legendary event, because you're going to need 2 healers for this event. If you don't bring 2 healers guys, you are going to be dead. There is nothing you can do about that. There's literally nothing you can do guys. I try many different ways to actually make it work, and the only way you can actually make it work is by bringing 2 healers, and health don't actually have many different healers. You have Alleria, Selentiel, so you're gonna need to bring 3 other elf, DPS, and defender with that. So let's jump here and let's showcase the team we're actually going to be using. Then the main click there. So the team we're going to be using is pretty simple. We're going to be using Talent Lead with Philia, Titania, Alleria, and Selentiel. The only character in this setup that you can actually switch, actually 2 characters you could switch, are Philia and Titania. You could bring Killian and any other DPS in place of Philia, but Talent Lead is going to be a must, and Alleria and Selentiel are going to be required for this event. Also, what's really important, probably the most important part in this setup guys, is to have this guy with as much potency as possible. You can see 154% potency. Yes, it's over the board a little bit, but still this guy is not even gear 12, so this is something you can actually have on your personal setup. You can see I could even go with 2 more potency runes, but yes, having as much potency on these characters is pretty much what is the most important. You want to stock up potency on them, because you're gonna need is blind. When you reach phase 2 of the fight, is blind is gonna be what's gonna decide if you get a win or if you don't get a win. There is literally nothing else that will matter. It's that blind to prevent the targets you're going to be fighting, which is going to be Kira, to actually damage your team. And if you don't have that blind available, here are going to get wrecked again. So that blind is very, very important guys, and also that team setup is very important. So we're going to take a quick look at the stats we have on those 5 elf we actually have. So you can see this guy Selentiel has 4 potency runes, 2 tenacity runes, because we want to have a chance for him to resist the debuff, which we're gonna understand when we actually enter the fight. And the artifact we use is the best potency artifact in the game, which is potency with tenacity at 5 stars. And if it's a gray artifact, common artifact, you get 36% potency and 36% tenacity, which is probably the gray artifact or the easiest one to actually get to 5 stars. So this is the best potency artifact in the game. If you have a chance to actually be able to build that up, it is good. If not, you go with any other potency artifact that you can get as high as possible for this guy. If we actually take a look at the stats here, so you can actually see them properly, you're gonna see here we have 154% potency, we have 83% tenacity, and we have 190 speed. Speed is a little bit low, but that will do the job. Next characters we're going to take a look at is Alleria. Alleria is you want to focus tenacity on her and speed. This is pretty much the only thing you want to worry about on her. You can see here we have over 100% tenacity. We have can we see the speed here? 200 speed, which is actually pretty decent. And for runes, what we did for her is 4 speed runes and 2 tenacity rune. The only abilities that's actually important to have as high as possible on her is her AoE heals. The rest we don't actually care. Now the third character is going to be using is Titania. Titania, we're going to have her tenacity as high as possible, like any defender, and that is pretty much all that matters here. You can see we have the tenacity at 135.5%, which is what really matters. We have 6 wow, tenacity runes, and that is it. And then artifact, we're gonna go with a tenacity artifact to get as much tenacity as possible. If you get a tenacity artifact, gray or purple or blue or green, to 5 stars, you're gonna get 36% tenacity, which is the only thing we actually care about. Next we have Philia. Philia build is actually not optimized for this fight, guys. Honestly, we should actually have tenacity, not tenacity, but potency artifact here. We should be more focused on potency to be able to apply those attack decrease and poison on a more reliable way. But what's very important here on the build we have right now is to have our speed as high as possible. We have, let's show it to you guys. We have 205 speed, which is pretty decent. The potency is trash. This is not the best build for Philia. And well, even critical chance and critical damage are actually pretty damn low, so our build is actually pretty terrible on the test server. For me, I do need to do some rework on there, but that just showed that the DPS are not actually that important to be built properly, because you're gonna see in the gameplay section, in the last characters we have is Talon. Talon, you want to have her with as much potency as you can. I know that is actually weird to say, but you actually want to be able to daze the target. Well, the Kara, when you're going to be fighting Kara, you want to be able to ability block Kara. So if you can get that potency above 100%, which is actually going to make your life easier in every game mode if you have high potency on Talon, that is a thing to do. Personally, I did not do that, but that's me. That is just me, guys. But I did go with a potency artifact. Here we have a potency artifact with a shield, which is giving her a very, very big shield, but that does not really matter. The stats we have on there, you can see 228 speed, which is actually pretty decent, and the potency is only at 79.37%, which is not good enough. You're gonna see she's gonna be missing a lot of debuff, which is gonna make my team take a lot more damage, which is gonna be a bad thing. But anyway, that is the team we're gonna be using in this event, guys. So let's jump into the Selentiel event and let's see in action. If there's a cut somewhere in the video, guys, it's because I failed clearing it on the first time when I'm trying to record this video and I had to edit the video. So let's jump here. Selentiel'S champion, did not beat it yet. I did actually beat it, but I did not finish the fight, so I can actually test this probably. But you can see the team here we have is Talon lead with all the other elf we actually talk about with 132,000 power, which is what we have. So the power is not actually that important. It's really about bringing the proper team together. Now you're gonna see here we have it is 10 Venomate, and they all going to apply poison to your team, and this is why you need 2 healers, because that poison is gonna stay on you for 2 turns. Now if you have higher tenacity like we have on my Titania here, you're actually going to be able to maybe be able to resist some of the poison, which is going to give you a huge advantage. But after that, the speed on those Venomate is pretty slow, so you have time to do whatever you want to do. So you have time to pop healing on you and to do whatever. So first thing we're going to do here, we don't actually need to taunt right away, but we're going to do it anyway, and then we're going to go basic attack on those and heal here, because healing is going to be very important. Heal, you can see the poison is still going to be there, so it's still going to affect us a lot, but you can see their turn meter is not actually going up at all. It's really just taking our time to kill them. You want to go basic attack so you can actually heal your team before it is too late. That's at least the objective here. Now when we're gonna enter the next fight, we're gonna have Kira. Kira is going to be mean, so you're gonna be very, very careful when you enter that next phase. So here we go. We got an AoE. We lost Alleria, so maybe we will not be able to finish this fight. But the first thing we're going to do is try to apply blind here, which we actually failed. Even with 154% potency, guys, we did fail here, which is actually pretty bad. But we did apply the daze, which is going to help us a little bit. Attack decrease is going to be very, very useful. We get the ability block now, which is great. We don't actually need to heal, so we're going to try to apply the blind here. See that blind pair with that AoE is actually really optimal. So we're gonna keep going here, try to apply that daze every time we get a chance, so we can actually do a little bit more, well, take a little bit less damage here. Again, we're gonna try to apply that blind. We failed again. Now this is a terrible run, so the next time the AoE comes around, we're actually gonna get it hard, which is gonna suck. See, we got hit very hard, and that might actually make us lose here. It's gonna be really borderline if we can actually beat that because of the lack of the blind here. But we might actually be able to push it. That's going to be close, and no, we were not able to push it. But I'm actually not going to edit that part because I wanted to show you guys that how important that blind is. If we actually had the blind at the start of the fight, Alleria will have survived and will have been doing much better. So we're going to go back in there now, and we're actually going to go kick their ass now. Again, now if I don't succeed on this try, I'm actually going to be editing right after I say that, and to bring the actual proper fight. So I actually have to edit, guys, because well, apparently 154% potency is not enough to apply a blind today. So we're gonna go another try here. Hopefully that's gonna be the try that succeeds, but that's something you're gonna have to do. It's literally gonna depend on if you can actually apply the blind on Kira or not. Here, the first thing you want to do is just kill them. You can see we got a lot of stacks on blind on us. It is not blind, but poison on us. It is actually pretty bad, but we're gonna see if we can actually push this one. That'll be nice to actually get a kill finally. This is actually a third try so far, so not doing so bad. Here we're actually gonna have to heal ourselves here on him because he's been taking quite a good amount of damage. Okay, now this phase start and nobody dies, so that's actually pretty good. We can start with the taunt. We're gonna see if we can actually go and actually apply that blind this time. So we had that blind. That's actually pretty great. Not happening on the actual skill that matters though, which actually sucks, which is the AoE. But still, we are not doing that bad. Now we actually have the AoE heal, should help here. We have the follow-up attack, which actually put the blind, so that's actually pretty damn useful here, obviously. Now we don't actually need to do well, we could actually apply regeneration if we wanted to. The blind is already up there, so we're gonna do that so we can actually get more healing when we have a chance, when we don't succeed in applying the blind here. So next we're just gonna hit the skills, guys, and try to finish this fight. This is actually the best run I had so far, so this is actually pretty great. We apply the blind again, and see, guys, that's the difference. Look at my team. We're not taking any damage. The blind is working properly, and we are literally kicking ass. Obviously, Titania will take a little bit of damage, but when your blind is actually working, you're just not going to be taking much damage here. See, we did get a big hit of damage here, but we're still gonna be able to finish that. But you see, that's one AoE that hit us and almost wiped the whole team. So that blind is gonna be so important. I know I say the blind word a lot, guys, but it is literally what's gonna make the difference between a W or a loss. So make sure you have your potency as high as possible on Selentiel. And yeah, sorry guys, but you're gonna have to build Selentiel and Alleria for this fight, otherwise you are going to get wrecked. Anyway, guys, hopefully this video will help you in beating stage 5 of the Selentiel champion. One of the weirdest challenge so far, but one of the most actually rewarding, most entertaining. I think that it's nice to actually have to build a different strategy around this challenge compared to other challenges. At least that's my opinion. On the live server, I'm not going to be able to do that because my Selentiel and my Alleria are just not up there, sadly. But at least I know that in a few months when it comes back, I know what I have to do to actually get ready for this challenge. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check the bell to get notified when we post new content about Dragon Champion. Make sure to keep enjoying playing Dragon Champion. I'll see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.